At the end of March, I met with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management Wetland Restoration Team. The Providence Parks Department and I were both convinced that given the history of the Rainwater pool, that it had once been a pond with a fountain, that it had been filled in partly by the burial grounds crew to create more room for burials, though they never did actually use that spot, that the proposed restoration should be considered routine maintenance and not need a permit. The Parks Department leadership said, let's just do it. But I knew that in addition to a restoration in the burial grounds, I was looking for something that could be a model for other locations in the state, and that I needed to talk to DEM to clear a path for other sites. The meeting with DEM was rather fruitless. Despite many pictures and a pretty clear explanation of the site, the DEM experts did not understand the site and therefore insisted that we needed to apply for a permit, a preliminary determination. So in April, I started on a dual track, looking for an engineering firm that I could afford, that could prepare the application documents, and getting much more detailed measurements and maps of the site. Looking for an engineering firm to help me was a big waste of time. The permitting system is based on minimizing the destruction of wetlands, but it really has no place in it for the actual restoration of habitat, and especially habitat for amphibians. None of the engineering firms I talked to could figure it out at all, so I resolved to do it myself. I took maps provided by the city, elevation and plat maps, and started plotting the vegetation. I asked some local experts for help with plant identification, measured the depth of the pool at various places, the deepest point is 10 inches below the mow line, and started drawing maps and writing explanations. Despite bureaucratic snafus, the life at the pond refused to wait for me. So when it warmed up at the end of April, the Fowler's toads and the gray tree frogs came out to frolic at night.